Thank you. The gentleman from Illinois, Mr. Foster, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Chairman Powell, well, first off, I'd like to thank you for facilitating our meeting with Governor Brainerd. Representative Hill and I had on digital currency. We really enjoyed that, as well as the meeting with the staff, who were excellent, and it's great to see how plugged in they were to this issue. Now, in a speech last week, Governor Brainerd highlighted, quote, the role of central bank digital currencies in ensuring that sovereign currencies stay at the center of each nation's financial system. Do you agree with her characterization? And in particular, do you think that establishing a digital dollar would help ensure that the U.S. dollar continues to serve as the core of the U.S. and the world's financial system?
Well, to take the first part of that, I think having a single government currency at the heart of the financial system is something that has served us well. It's a very, very basic thing that really hasn't been in question. And I think, before we move away from that, we should really understand what we're doing. So I think preserving the centrality of a central, widely accepted currency that is accepted and trusted is an enormously important thing. I think whether a digital currency moves us along that path or not is an open question. As you know, every major central bank is currently taking a deep look at that we feel like that's our obligation. Technology has now made this possible. Private sector is innovating, they're doing it, so I think it's very much incumbent on us and other central banks to understand the costs and benefits and trade-offs associated with a possible digital currency.
So how would you characterize your state of progress on this compared to other countries? The Swedish central bank developing an e-krona, the Chinese. The reason that one of the reasons there was so much concern about the Libra project is they would immediately have scale if they just rolled out the product. Another entity in a position to do that is the Chinese government, to roll out at scale using their already established payment by cell phone systems. They would immediately have a scale comparable to Facebook if they rolled that out. And so how would you characterize our ability to respond to this potentially competitive threat?
So we're working hard on it. We have a lot of projects going, a lot of efforts going on that right now. We haven't had the problem that many of you mentioned. Sweden. A lot of the Northern European economies have moved away from cash to a remarkable degree, and that really has not happened in the U.S. economy, even though it seems like it must have happened with our kids not using cash very much. Nonetheless, the amount of cash in the U.S. economy continues to grow at faster than nominal GDP. So it's
but if you look at the curve of adoption of payment by cell phone, it starts slowly and then all of a sudden it just happens. And so that seems like that transition can happen in a period of just a couple of years. And so we have to be able to respond. If that's the driving factor, then we have to be in a position where we can respond by rolling out, for example, a digital dollar on the couple of year time scale. And so
I completely agree with that. And I think, frankly, Libra really lit a fire under that, and it was a bit of a wake-up call that this is coming fast and could come in a way that is, that is quite widespread and systemically important fairly quickly if you use one of these big tech networks like Libra did. So we're working hard on it. We fully appreciate the importance of making quick progress. We have not decided to do this, though. It is not. I think that there are many questions that need to be answered around a digital currency for the United States, including issues of cyber issues, privacy issues. Many operational alternatives present themselves, and so we're going to be working through all that and doing that work thoroughly and responsibly. But with
do you feel as though you have adequate visibility into what the Chinese are doing on this? Do you have sort of working level contacts that give you some idea of what their rollout is likely to do? Likely to look like?
Yes, I mean, we certainly have that, but they're in a completely different institutional context. There are things that, for example, the idea of having a ledger where you know everybody's payments. It's not something that would be, particularly attractive in the United States context. It's not a problem in China. So, but nonetheless,
But so
We're-
from a
we're following
competitive
that
point of view,
closely.
they're claiming they're going to roll it out on the Belt and Road countries sometime very quickly. And so this, I urge you to keep the fire lit. Thank
Will
you.
do. Thank